everybody, it's Kristen. People often ask me how to crochet, and I have to answer, it's a chain of events. So with that horrible joke, let's learn how to do a foundation chain. We have our slip knot on our hook. We want to do one hook larger size than what our pattern calls for, because as beginner crocheters, we tend to make our foundation chains tight. So to alleviate this problem, our pattern calls for an I hook, a 5.5 millimeter. We're going to do our foundation chain with a J hook, a 6.0 millimeter hook. For the foundation chain, I tend to hold my hook like I would a butter knife, like if you're spreading butter. Then I take my yarn and I wrap it around my finger. This gives a tightness to this part of the yarn. This will help with your tension. I also take the tail of the yarn and hold it against the shaft of the hook. This way, it keeps it out of the way. So this gives us our tightness. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pinch with our middle finger and our thumb where the slip knot is. We're going to use our hook as our main tool. You want it loose enough that it slides around. We're going to go under our yarn. We're going to grab, so now the yarn is over the top of the hook in this direction. Now we're going to grab our yarn, and as we're grabbing it, we're going to rotate our hook downwards. And we're also going to give a little tug on the slip knot, and we're going to pull it through our chain. That is our loop. That is one chain. Let's try that again. We're going to go under. We're going to pull the hook back and twist and go through. Now you'll notice that occasionally you'll be making these too tight. It'll be hard to get through. Make sure you have a little space here. That will help alleviate that. You can even see you need space big enough to like fit a tapestry needle through or a toothpick or something like that. That will help you realize that you have enough space to make a looser chain. Another good idea is sometimes if you don't have this pinching motion down, the tail, this whole situation will get floppy and turned around, and then you'll have some backwards ones. So to fix that, we take a stitch marker of a contrasting color and we find the V of a stitch right here, where you can see there's a V, there's two legs. We're just gonna slide our stitch marker under both legs of the V. We're gonna close our stitch marker up, and then we're gonna rotate our stitch marker facing down. So the stitch marker now is on the front side of your chain. If you're working and you notice that your stitch marker has twisted and is facing toward the back side, you know that you've twisted your chain and you have to fix it. It's just another helpful hint to keep track of your chain so that way it doesn't get twisted. So let's do a few more chains. We're gonna go under, twist, and through. Under, twist, and through. Now we're gonna chain as many as our pattern calls for. And that is how you do a foundation chain.